This is One Fat Boy, and here are my NBA game predictions for March 29th. Tonight there is 5 games, and I will be going over these spreads and over-unders for each of them. For the Bulls at the Wizards, I'll be leaning towards the Wizards +3, but overall for this game, I probably will not be betting the spread on this, as I think this game's... It's kind of hard to say which way this goes, because the Bulls played last night, but in reality they should beat the Wizards, without a problem. But they don't have the proper rest. And they also kind of been struggling overall. The Wizards, on the other hand, are not that great of a team. They haven't played better as of late, so that's why I'm leaning towards the Wizards winning. And then they're also playing at home, so that's a little bit of an edge there. So overall, if I had to choose, I'd just lean towards Washington winning or covering +3. But I'm more confident in the fact that this game should go over, as both these teams' defenses have not been great. And they should be able to score on each other without too much of a problem. I think the highest this game will go is probably 235. They should be able to at least score 105 each, no problem. And then I wouldn't be surprised if one team does go over 120, but no team should be going over 130. But overall, I think this game should go over 223.5. For Milwaukee at the Sixers, so kind of the same scenario with the spreads. I really don't know which team I'd lean towards, but if I had to lean towards one, I'd lean towards the Sixers, as Embiid has been more consistent than Giannis is kind of day-to-day. So I do expect Giannis to play, but he's obviously not going to be at 100%, probably 90, but still he's still going to be there as a factor. And then overall, I think with the Bucks, they have a quality team. And then they do have some answers. They have Brook Lopez, who can slow down Embiid. They have Holiday, who can slow down Harden. So it's there is quality players on the Bucks, but I think overall with the Sixers playing at home, I think they should be trying to play to prove themselves. As they lost to the 1 seed in the West, they should probably prove themselves that they can beat one of the top seeds in the East. But then also how the Bucks play in the regular season, even though recently they have been playing well, especially against higher seeds, and they've been winning a lot of games, they could go back to their old selves at the earlier stages of the season, or just lose random games. So overall, that's why I'm not really picking the spread too much. But I will be leaning towards an under, as both these teams do play a slower pace. There's going to be a lot of free throws this game, so a bit slower pace of game. So hence why I'm leaning towards an under. For the Lakers at the Mavericks, I lean towards Dallas -12.5. So if LeBron not playing, there's no way that the Lakers will win. I'll be utterly surprised if they do. Dallas should win no problem. They should be able to blow them out in the first half. I see that. That should happen. Also, you're playing at Dallas, so Dallas has an advantage there. I'll be leaning towards under 218, as I expect Dallas's defense to really hinder the Lakers' offense. As long as you can slow down Westbrook and just make him really have to work, force him to turn over the ball a lot, Mavericks have that in the bag. So, and then Mavericks, they'll score, but it's they're not scoring more than 115. They're not a crazy high-scoring team. They play slow pace too, so another reason why to take the under. For Detroit at Brooklyn, we lean towards Brooklyn -13.5. So with the appearance of Kyrie and Durant now at home games, I think it's going to be kind of tough to beat Brooklyn, and especially if you're Detroit, you're going to have a tough time. I could understand if you want to take a plus 13.5 for Detroit, as 13.5 points is a lot to win by. But I think with Brooklyn losing their last game, they need to get these wins. And I think if you're just a better team, you should just try and win it in the first half, so you can rest your starters. So that's what I would do. But Brooklyn will, I know, somehow make this game interesting, but I do expect them to win. I'll be shocked if they do. If they do lose, they should be able to win by 14 points. And that's why I'm also leaning towards an over, because who on Detroit is going to slow down Kyrie and Durant? I don't really see that happening. One of them will go off. It's just which one. So hence I'll lean towards an over, as I think the Nets will figure out their offense against Detroit. So over 229.5. For Utah at the Clippers, so this is another interesting one for the spread, as currently the Clippers are favored, even though, because I guess with the Jazz you have Bogdanovich and then Rudy Gobert's kind of day to day. So the Clippers is like as long as they get their outside shooting going, like they can take advantage of Gobert if he's there or not. And then if he's not there, they have the ability to like go in the paint now. But I think the Clippers do play well against the Jazz. I think if the Jazz do have Gobert, I'd lean towards the Jazz, but he's kind of day to day. So if Gobert is playing, I'd lean towards the Jazz. If he's not playing, I'd lean towards the Clippers. I will lean towards under 216 as the Jazz will have to heavily rely on Mitchell to run their offense, and the Clippers, they play solid defense. They're not known for their crazy scoring outbursts this season, but overall, I'd just lean towards like an under as both these teams have been playing better defensively than spreads-wise. I probably won't be betting on this game either, but if I had to choose one, I'd lean towards the Clippers. Thank you for watching. As always, bet responsibly. Have fun watching basketball, and good luck on your bets. And once again, thanks for watching.